What's up everyone, John from ARTV. It's time to talk about the latest record from Laura Marling, the UK singer-songwriter, folk-leaning tendencies for the most part in terms of her sound. This new one is called Short Movies, and it's the follow-up to 2013's album Once I Was an Eagle. I got into her around 2009, back when I was still in high school. One of my best friends, still to this day, I'm still very good friends with him, my buddy Cameron, got me into the track My Mannequin Eye, and I just thought it was so different. I had been turned off to kind of the folk genre, any of the subgenres for some reason, I guess because I kind of grew up on country and I was kind of hesitant towards anything that might have any country-leaning tendencies, but that track kind of bridged it for me. It kind of brought me back and got me into a lot of other artists, so I gotta say I'm grateful for that. And while I have not checked out everything that Laura Marling has done, I definitely want to make it a point to, at some point, I definitely had it on my list of things to listen to, this new record Short Movie, after especially enjoying the title track. Really enjoy the lyrical content on that one. Short Movie just kind of speaks about life and kind of gives an odd point of view on it. It kind of sees it as a short film running out of time. And I think she's talking to various other people in her life on this one and kind of calling out and saying that, hey, I'm gonna make the most of my time while I'm here. I don't know what you're gonna do, but I'm kind of gonna make things count before the clock runs out. And she doesn't exactly say it like that, obviously, but I love the snark that kind of just comes out and kind of seethes into her music. Even though she does have that attitude, spirit that kind of puts its way into words, I love how serene and calming some of these songs can be in terms of their instrumentation. It's just so beautifully played on the guitar all throughout this thing. I mean, the track Howl has the right amount of reverb on it, and the guitar there is just so smooth. I can almost just reach out and touch it, I feel like, and I feel the same way about the opening track Warrior. Definitely one of my favorites right there. I believe I'm hearing the ocean in that track, and it's just so, to me, something that just kind of brings me down, grounds me. Now, not all of the tracks are necessarily in that vein. In fact, I'm really loving one of the songs that kind of stands out from the group, kind of makes itself a little bit different, and it goes by the title of Strange, which seems very appropriate. She kind of gets into a spoken word type thing on that one while singing at times and kind of getting into a nice, very memorable vocal performance when she does really just hit those high notes when she actually does come in and sing on this track. But I love how almost comical she gets with the punches that she's kind of throwing on this track. It's fantastic. Relationships are definitely a big topic that are discussed all over this record. I mean, it starts off with Warrior, even on False Hope, I Feel Your Love. That's one right there that I'm really liking the backing guitars on this one. It just feels kind of dark, but at the same time it's pushing this new folk sound that I'm kind of really getting into and connecting with. I like that she doesn't just focus on the negatives though, she also writes songs from the other side of the spectrum, and I think How Can I is a perfect example of that. It's more of an uplifting tune that kind of shows Laura's feelings on something that she's hoping actually does work out, even if she's taking a risk. I think the track Howl, towards the end of this record, is another one that showcases how talented of a songwriter Laura Marling is. At this point in her career, she's definitely already proved that so many times, kind of leading this new movement, kind of bringing folk, especially in the UK, kind of back into the spotlight as people paying attention to her. Howl is one of those tracks for me that just has the right amount of reverb. The guitar is loud. It's an acoustic guitar all throughout this record most of the time. There are some electrics, I believe, thrown in there, but the acoustic guitar just gets loud. It's not kind of just something that works as a background tool, something to kind of enhance the song. I feel like it has a mind of its own and kind of powers a lot of these tunes, and Howl is one of those that I feel like is a perfect example of that. There's a few tracks I'm not so keen on though. Worship Me is one that I'm not really caring for the lyrical content on, and also the instrumentation feels like it fell a little bit flat there. Honestly, not a very good way to close out the record. Kind of disappointed me there. I think another one that kind of let me down was Easy. To wrap things up here with this review, I basically think that this is an album to throw on to mellow out with, to really sit back and take in. Maybe throw it in while you're driving or just laying in bed at night, and it doesn't have to be listened to in that setting. I'm just saying for me personally, but I think that it's fantastic. The production here is phenomenal. Like I said, the instrumentation takes on a life of its own, and when that happens for a record, and it really jumps out to me that much, I know that something is being done right. Laura Marling has such a beautiful voice. It's just something that I see as one of my probably top 5 in terms of singer-songwriters out there in the world today. Laura is so talented. I hope you check out her new record. For me, Laura Marling's newest record, Short Movie, is a 4 out of 5. So if you've heard the latest and greatest from Laura Marling, Short Movie, let me know your thoughts on it in the comment section down below. If you have never heard this girl before, definitely check out her music. I will link to one of the songs in the description down below, and make sure you check it out officially when it drops on the 23rd. Thank you so much for liking this review, subscribing to the channel, and of course if you have any other reviews you would like to see me tackle, something I haven't done yet, let me know about it in the comment section down below. I will see you very soon right here on ARTV.